Greetings. So last time I left off, I was supposed to go back and tell you about the basic, the field training exercise. So this time I'll try to fill in that gap. If you hear any shuddering or anything else like that, it's because a rocket just took off, and I live extremely close to to where they shoot off rockets. So my house shakes, my gym shakes when the rockets go off. And if there's a double boom, it's probably going to be on here as well because the boosters will fall back in. So during the field training exercise, you do a thing where you have a base, an actual base that you have to patrol, and you have to secure from the op force, so the opposing force, and you have guns and what they end up doing is just a game of flashlight tag. You have to set up a perimeter security, you have to have guards, you have to have reserves, you have to have medics, you have to have runners, you have to have everybody had like a duty. And to go back into my life, when I would skip school when I was bad and all the time, just as a little kid in Pensacola, that was our thing. We played war all the time in the woods. And I loved it. I love the concept of being out in the woods and stalking some of my friends, or they're stalking me, and make it up a tree, and you shoot them with your plastic M16. I love the whole concept. Again, G.I. Joe. Now I get to do it for real. But there was one problem for myself. I was a Boy Scout when I was younger, and I failed as a scout because of the camping Merritt badge. I was supposed to go for a week-long Boy Scout jamboree, and I failed at camping because I was okay in a tent, maybe, but I wouldn't sleep a wink. Couldn't go to the bathroom out there. I was terrified of the woods, like unknown woods at night, because if you've ever been in the woods at night, it's a completely different thing. And then they would tell campfire stories, which my vivid ass imagination would be like, what? A one-eyed Uchi? The hell is that? And you couldn't tell me I wasn't gonna get snatched up by something. And then there was a lake there, and of course Jason Voorhees was gonna come and get me, just me, not the other 500 campers there, but just me. So in the dead of night, we had to sleep under the stars. That's what was going to get us our camping merit badge. And I couldn't do it. I could not do it. People were passed out all around me, and I'm crying, I'm this, I'm that, I'm wide awake, just being the biggest bitch ever, because I was scared. I was truly petrified. They had to call my mom. She had to come all the way out to the middle of nowhere in Pensacola, pick me up, and then bring me back. And she was serious. So now roll that forward to my older self, and I'm out here, and we're doing this field training exercise, and I am excited but we've been up for like 2 days now, between confidence course, you have a march, you have all these activities you have to do for your Hell Week, our version of Hell Week, which is nothing like Hell Week for buds, for SEAL training. It's nothing like that. But it was rough for me, just this not being not having a chance to sleep was sucking. It was sucking bad. So we muster up. There's 150 people in my camp, and next thing I know, I'm the leader of all these people. The TIs put us on this path, and then they walk away. So we're supposed to go down this path until we get to camp. And I have to lead all 150 people. So I have perimeter, like sentries on the side. I have a lead scout, all this stuff. I'm right behind the lead scout, and probably some of the worst leadership stuff, because if the lead scout gets hit, I'm probably going to get hit. And if I'm supposed to be the leader, you don't want leadership to get. So it was probably should have thought a little bit more tactically. But again, very little sleep and in low calories in heat will do that to you. But we're stalking down this path, and we're going toward the camp. And I'll be damned. We're like, everything is silent. Heads are down, walking like you couldn't hear anything. Nobody. I'm like, the noise discipline was great, because you couldn't tell that there were 150 people behind me. You know, it was great. We were so quiet. We literally walked up on a rabbit. I'm like, this is ridiculous. This is great. We're doing good. But I'm loving it. I'm scanning off to the sides, trying to find the TIs who are going to be hiding and going to definitely ambush us, because there's only one path in. And I'm like, do we just get off the beaten path and go into this brush and start bushwhacking? And I'm like, I don't know if we can, because I don't know if everybody's going to be able to make it. And it's Texas, and they have these brand new things called rattlesnakes. So I'm like, maybe we are training, and I'm all about it, but we don't have bullets in our guns. So maybe not that. So stalking down the path, we finally come to the camp, start to set up camp, post sentries, do duties. There's a CQB, or a CQ in the middle of it, underground, dug out, fleshed out thing with logs all around it. And you descended down and had slats for all four sides so that I could see out what was going on. And then they start telling you what your expectations are, or what you need. Like, then it becomes, after you set up the camp, then they pull you together, the TIs do, and tell you what their expectations are of you for this. But we ended up getting yelled at because we weren't supposed to just go down the trail on our own. My biggest thing was, I always was thinking, so it was like, okay, so you're obviously trying to ambush us, and you left us here alone. So I'm thinking to myself, the last order was to go, so go. I didn't realize we were supposed to have a guide, a TI guide to go, because I don't want to have my troops fall into an ambush, but that's a whole other thing. So then they stress the importance of a ranger buddy, like someone who you have to be next to and accountable for this person. But again, we're sleep deprived. Now, we started this off early in the morning. Now it's midday. There's shade around this place. We're in bleachers, and people are falling asleep on their ranger buddy in the bleachers. So the quick point was always stand up. Stand up if you're sleepy. So you got people standing up. Some people weren't, and they get smoked. And then the night activity started. So we were going to get aggressed, and our base was going to get overran by the TIs. And everything was going well. I was calling out reserves, calling out this, and the runners were coming back. Hey, this point has been, this guard's nest has been overran, send more guards here, yada, yada. And I would send another runner, the runner would get killed, and you had to lay down. The only problem was when you would get killed, I would try to send out med guys to go, combat medics to go pick you up on a stretcher and bring you back your body back to med tent. Those guys were getting killed. It's like, damn it. So, but the problem was they would get killed and T.I. would tell them to lay down right here. They'd fall asleep. Like, what the hell, man? So we're out there just humping, and all of a sudden it started to rain. And things are going well. I ran this thing as tight as I could, all the way up until one of the TIs took the uniform of one of the soldiers he killed and was acting like he was on part of the med team and ran right into the CQ and killed us all. I was like, oh, you bastards. So that was it. That was the end of the field training exercise for that portion of the base thing. But now it's raining. It's the dead of night. That ends, and they're like, okay, you guys, you can end this revolution. You have sleep shifts. You can sleep for X amount of hours because it's like 2, 3 in the morning. You take one shift, and another person takes another shift. All right, set it up, dorm chief. I set it up, and I'm out there, and I'm like, I'm tired as hell. So I put somebody else in command, told them I was gonna go to sleep, went to the tent, and there's just a cot on the ground in this old nasty Vietnam era tent. And I laid down on it. I didn't fit on it, of course, in full helmet, gun on my chest, and it was some of the best sleep I've ever had in my life. It was like I thought for a moment, oh my God, you're back being, 9, 10 years old, where you were failing merit badges because you couldn't make it outside, and now you're in. I was like, now look at you, you're doing the thing. So I thought that was interesting, to realize that something I was so afraid of meant nothing when I changed my purpose, changed the meaning of what I was doing. The why didn't matter at all, and it helped me get over my fear. And little did I know I would be doing that in a different capacity for 6.5 months in the middle of the desert later on in my military career, but that's jumping forward. I love coming out here. I love this atmosphere of my gym, because I go to war with myself. I push myself very, very hard. I can't lie to me. I can't bullshit myself. I know exactly what I need to do. I know exactly what it's like when I start procrastinating. I know exactly what it's like when I have something left in the tank and I'm not tapping into it. I love coming out here because this is my crucible. This is my truth. Either I'm in or I'm out. And since I always talk about those 3 things of value: time, love, forgiveness, I don't want to waste the time that I have. My life has changed so radically, I believe for the better. So every moment now, I want to push harder, and I want to get my body in better shape, because it's sharpening my mind. And it's such a huge confidence boost, as well as a chance for me to tackle inner demons, take some of those ass whippings that I got from my father, take some of the humiliation I would always receive when I was a little kid and things like that, and bring it out into the light. And I have these these mental conversations from the dredges of my mind, and then the frustration peaks, and I'm able to throw some steel around or throw some lead around, and it's great. It's very therapeutic. It's hell on my joints, and I don't have to lift the world. And now I'm transitioning from trying to be this iron warrior to let me see if I can hold this yoga pose with my surgically repaired knees and stiff as a piece of pine back and hamstrings. So I love that. I don't need to lift 400 pounds anymore, but can I do downward dog correctly? Can I do child's pose for minutes? Can I sit on my heels and have my butt touch my heels? That's my new 400 pounds. Trying to bench press or deadlift or squat or whatever. So I love that. All right, until next time, I will see you guys next time. And as always, be the reason somebody smiles today. Take care.